Welcome to Labka 5th grade ELE Read Alouds. Open your study item lesson and be ready to listen and follow along. Today's lesson is characters. After you finish, you'll be ready to open your pathway and complete some practice questions. Character analysis. A character is a person, animal, or object that an author uses in telling a story. Characters can be real or make-believe. Just like you, characters have problems, wants, feelings, and thoughts. To learn about the characters in a story, pay attention to what they say and do. Ask yourself the following questions. You can pause the recording and go into your lesson to click and play the movie. What trait does the character have? A trait is an interesting thing about a character. It makes a character special. A trait could be the way a character looks or acts. Words like funny, fast, strong, or smart describe traits. For example, Freddie is a tall boy with black hair. He likes to eat ice cream. What relationships does the character have? A relationship is a connection between people. This can mean characters are friends, family, or schoolmates. For example, Bee and Carolina are sisters. They are also best friends. They always do everything together. Why does the character do something? It is important to know why characters do things. Characters sometimes do things because of how they feel. For example, Joe Bear kicked the skateboard because he was angry. Who is telling the story? The narrator is the person telling the story. The point of view is the view of the narrator. He or she can change how the reader sees things. In the example below, the narrator is a big sister. She makes the reader think that the baby does not like her. Example, my new baby sister does not like me. She always cries when I try to hold her. What problem does the character have? Most stories are about how characters solve a problem. Look for what characters in a story are having trouble with. How do they solve their problems? For example, Joey's bike has flat tires. He solves his problem by putting more air in them. How does the character change? Sometimes characters change in a story. Another character in the story may change how the main character acts. For example, George did not like his neighbor Kate. She never said hi to him. One day, Kate tripped and hurt her ankle. George asked Kate if she was okay and helped her get up. Now George and Kate are best friends. Dialogue. When characters in a story talk to each other, this is called dialogue. Dialogue is an important part of a story because dialogue helps the reader learn more about the characters and the story. Important things to remember about dialogue. The words a character speaks are set apart by quotation marks. The dialogue within the quotation marks follows the same rules as regular sentences. The first letter in the sentence should be capitalized, and proper nouns, names, and words like I should also be capitalized. For example, I love hot chocolate, Marcia told Ronald. I love hot chocolate are the words that Marcia said out loud. Words like said, called, or replied let the reader know who is speaking in a story. It is important to pay attention to what each character says, especially when there is more than one character talking. For example, you hurt my feelings when you yelled at me, said Tony. I'm sorry, Marcus told him. I did not mean to hurt you. Great, said Paul. Now we can all be friends again. Words spoken by a character in a story are not always in complete sentences. For example, what's up? Mario asked his friend. Oh, nothing, replied Thomas. Slanted letters, called italic letters in dialogue, can mean a variety of things. Usually, the character spends more time saying these words. Sometimes writers use slanted words to show a word's importance. Readers can figure out why a word is slanted by paying close attention to the story. For example, my sister is always on the phone, groaned Hector. Writers sometimes repeat words and/or letters. Repeating words shows the importance of what is being said. Repeating letters shows that a character is stuttering. Stuttering can be a clue to the character's feelings. For example, why do you look so frightened? The spider asked Maria. I'm just saying hello. Spiders aren't supposed to talk, Maria cried. You shouldn't be able to talk. Sometimes writers use a line of dots to show that the characters are pausing longer than they should between words. For example, I think I'll take a little nap, yawned Sleepy Bear. Large dashes can also appear in dialogue. They usually mean that a character suddenly stops talking for some reason. For example, I'm running out of snowballs, Rita told her brother. Wait! Okay, here are more snowballs for you, he replied.